Peter Obi is a fighter that fights differently. That is why when I hear people talk about how that they say that Peter Obi is not a fighter and Peter Obi is not pushful, I always laugh because they don't actually know Peter Obi. The issue with Peter Obi is that he fights very aggressively, but he doesn't fight the way that you may expect him to fight. And that is the issue that many Nigerians have, because we have been conditioned in our mind that there is a particular way to focus on a matter, but P2B is built differently and he fights differently, and that is where sometimes some Nigerians don't understand him. Just take a case of the Supreme Court case that removed Abure, and then that just happened. A lot of people were expecting Peter Obi before that time to enter Labour Party office and just sack Abure and just take some, probably use whatever forceful way to remove Abure. Some people were angry that he couldn't take charge of Labour Party, the way he was going about it. But the issue they don't understand is sometimes it can be a trap. Now, why do I call it a trap? If Obi begins to fight that same way, now these same Nigerians will still say, he says he's different, so why is he now behaving this way? These same Nigerians, and so that is where we have issue in Nigeria. Yes, you can see now the Supreme Court has ruled, and then of course there's a victory. Abure is removed, which is a big victory for him. So, but the issue is that people were expecting him to go and fight Abure, to come out physically and all kind of things, but that is not Obi for you. And that is where some people don't understand how he behaves or how he goes about his own. He fights very, very seriously. He's a fighter, but like I said, he fights differently, and that is the issue. Now, of course, victory has come. There is now a victory. The Labour Party has to now go back and begin to now work on how to build the party, which is a victory for everybody. So, and that is one thing when I hear people say they don't, Peter Obi is not a fighter and all of that, I laugh, because this Peter Obi that was governor of Anambra State for 8 years, and we all know the issue that was on ground before Peter Obi came. And I always tell people, Peter Obi is called Okute, meaning rock. Now, Obi didn't choose that name. He didn't go to take a chieftaincy title and say, okay, call me Okute. Now, Okute, which means rock in Igbo language, is actually given to him by the people. So it's not as if that Obi took that name. So, and that shows you a lot, because it is about the kind of person that he is, and that is one thing with him. Let's remember this same Peter Obi, before he came to Anambra, Peter Obi is the first civilian governor of Anambra State that was able to complete his own 80 years. Yes, Mbadinuju was the first executive governor of Anambra State under from 1999, after the return of democracy in 1999. He didn't complete his, he just finished first tenure and he was removed. Then Ngige that came, in fact, Ngige was even abducted. A sitting governor was abducted in Anambra State. So that is how bad things were in Anambra before Peter Obi came. This same Peter Obi that we're talking about was able to bring calmness that we're seeing governance in Anambra State, where people can now finish their 8 years, is because of Peter Obi. He is the one that brought that sanity in Anambra. He was able to stand his ground, was able to defeat all the big wigs. If you understand Anambra State, you will understand that some individuals in Anambra State may even be richer than the state. I mean, people have such money in Anambra, but this man was able to stand his ground, finish his 8 years with all the fights that were involved. So that is the kind of person that Peter Obi is. So my joy is that the Supreme Court has ruled, just like the Nena Usman, the chairman of the caretaker committee, has said in her press release, that there is no victory, there's no vanquished, meaning that this is time for the Labour Party to now unite, and then of course I believe they will now have a proper national convention where people will now come vie for office, and then Labour Party begins to now thrive. That is my joy, and I believe that is where we're going to go. That is what will happen. And then what it means is that, which is very beautiful for Peter Obi and then the Obedient movement, because now Peter Obi, even going to the coalition, of course, will now have a strong base, which is very beautiful. The only thing I wanted to say here is that Peter Obi is a fighter, but Peter Obi fights differently. And I would like to encourage Nigerians. I saw this man as a governor in Anambra State. I witnessed his governance. I saw how strong this man is. He's a tough man, but he fights differently. That is just my point. He doesn't fight the way that people expect him to fight. In fact, Peter Obi reminds me of what the Holy Book says. It says, I give you peace, but I don't give you peace like the world does. Okay, Peter Obi fights, but don't ever expect Peter Obi to fight the way you think. Peter Obi doesn't fight the way your normal politicians fight, and that is a fact. Some people, I heard some people who were saying, after what happened, that he didn't win, 2023, or what happened is a fighter that he lost. The truth is, every fighter loses some fight. Yes, so that somebody is a great fighter doesn't mean that you will lose one or two fights, and that is a fact. Even Tinubu, that is the president now, I mean, Tinubu at some point, when he was his party was controlling some states in the southwest, at some point they lost all those states, and it was only remaining Lagos. So which means that people can lose, people can win, and that is the truth of the matter. But all I'm saying is that I want people to know Obi is a great fighter, but the truth is that he fights differently. He doesn't fight the way you expect him to fight, but he's not a weak person at all. This man withheld all the power brokers in Anambra State. For 8 years, he was able to finish his tenure. Obi is a fighter, but he fights differently. That is the only thing I wanted to bring to your notice. And please, if you're getting any value in this video, I would like to encourage you to kindly subscribe and share this video. Thank you so much. 2027 will come again. I believe by this time it will be totally different. We have learned our lessons in 2023. Definitely 2027 cannot be the same. We have learned our lessons. We will make amends, and we're definitely going to be victorious. I believe so, by the special grace of God. God bless every obedient. God bless every Nigerian, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much. Goodbye.